Okay, come on, we've got to get through this bridgeway. Got to clear it out. Can we protect the dead guy? No. That completely failed. Oh, he just got shot in the back by a ballista. Okay, absolutely everything is on fire. Can we get round here? Ooh, opportunity. Stab him in the back. Oh god, now I'm on fire. This has not gone quite so well. Oh, there's a lot of them. Keep the damage up. Block, stab. Through the chest. Nice. Can we get round the back? Avoiding the fire. Avoiding the fire. And stab. Nice, another kill. Let's have a quick bandage. We are almost dead. I see the archer at the back. It's kind of what I want to go for. Always try and kill the range. Through the back. Nice. Oh, can we stab him? Through the chest. Onwards. Hi guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another video on Chivalry 2. So, the game has finally fully released, and it came out pretty much just earlier this week. So I really wanted to take the opportunity to check out the game and see what it's all about. See how it stacks up to other games in its niche, like things like Nordhau. You know, I did get the opportunity to give this game a bit of a test during the closed beta around a month or so ago, and really enjoyed it. And I did actually do a video on that at the time. So I really kind of wanted to see what's changed and how the game is stacking up actually on launch. And so far, honestly, I've been really enjoying it. The archers seem to have had a slight nerf from the closed beta, which was actually a really great adjustment, as that was one of my main criticisms of the closed beta at the time. And the combat is still really gripping. And actually, it seems pretty decently easy to pick up. And I'm finding myself being actually able to riposte and counter-strike relatively easily. Which is, you know, actually one of the things that still really surprises me so much about this game, and something that's carried over from closed beta. I'm the sort of person who really struggles a lot in these sort of games. I tend to do really badly, particularly when things get pressured. It tends to all go to pieces, and I end up getting stabbed through the chest without really doing anything. But I feel like I can actually be an effective contributor to our team. I can actually contribute and kill people, which is one of the most enjoyable things about the game, is how easy it is to pick up. Far easier, in my opinion, than something like Nordhau. I guess as time goes on, and the game ends up with probably more and more of a hardcore player base, this may start to change, but at least for now, it's absolutely fantastic. And then just sometimes you just have these really fun little moments. On this one, I really got caught behind the enemy lines. I was trying to find my way basically back to our own base. I ended up catching this random guy out. I think he was trying to build something in the window. I managed to catch him from behind. He tries to counter, but I think he was just sort of a bit stunned and not expecting me to be there. And we were able just to overwhelm him and completely kill him. But because I'm now behind enemy lines, we've got quite a few enemy people. I get caught, start getting driven back up the staircase. But we're able to sort of outsmart and stab this guy through the chest, get him down, keep pushing on, and then try and go for the archer kill. Fortunately, not quite enough damage to kill him in one. And with a couple of enemies behind me, I have to make a run for it. This guy chases me. I get caught into a little bit of a back and forth, trying to take him down. And this is where, you know, it's moments like this really make the game fun for me. I then can't quite get this guy. Really annoyed. I start to walk off, but then I think, aha, haven't I got some throwing axes? Doink. Straight on the kill. And we start getting hit by this archer. A little bit of a dodge and weave, and we actually managed to evade him, get far enough back, get bandaged up, and escape from his wrath. So, as I said at the start, the range does seem to have had a bit of a nerf since the closed beta, since I last played, but it can still be a little bit frustrating sometimes. But I guess that's really just part of the battlefield system. You better just keep ducking and diving to try and avoid those arrows. The actual combat itself, to me, feels super smooth. I just love the riposte and chambering system, far more than we see it implemented in any other game like this. It still requires, you know, a really good amount of timing and I guess skill to actually master it, but it's the fact that it's easy to pick up, which for me makes it so enjoyable. There also seem to be a pretty good amount of escape methods, from jabbing, blocking, dodging, kicking, you know, which really enable you to sort of interrupt the combat rather than just going from block to block. And this really kind of enables you to evade some of the enemy attacks. Although, I still pretty often find myself getting caught out, you know, particularly when I stay in combat too long, end up missing a block or something, or getting kicked or jabbed or something like that. Something always seems to go wrong. And, you know, who also doesn't love the fact that you can throw pretty much anything you can find in this game, including chickens, logs, stones, your own weapons, heads, as we saw at the start, which all just sort of makes for this really fast-paced, immersive and fun combat system. So, what kind of are the negative elements of the game? What is it that people aren't going to like? Well, I think it's kind of very similar to what I talked about in the closed beta, and I think it can really be broken down into two parts. I think, as a casual player, you honestly can't really go very wrong with this game. It is really intense fun. You know, it doesn't really matter if you win or lose, it's really just about the fun of the combat and the fun of the game. And for me, there aren't really any downsides. Honestly, really enjoyed it. But I think the downsides are more going to come into play for veteran players. You know, particularly if you're a veteran player of something like Mortal or Banlord, you know, and similar games like that, there's going to be some elements like the continuous block, you know, which I think more the veteran players aren't going to like. You know, yes, it drains stamina, and yes, it can be countered with a kick and outflanked, but clearly it requires less skill to hold a block than it does to time a block. You know, I also wonder if more the hardcore community will think that the game feels like a bit basic or a bit more dumbed down. But that's something perhaps would be interesting to hear, you know, your feedback about. But I think there's going to be that sort of lack of super hardcore elements is something that some people are not going to like. For me, I think it's good because I think it opens up this style of game to a community that previously has been excluded. The casual community has never really fitted into these sorts of games. And now I think this is really one that really brings people in and actually gives them a decent fighting chance. So I guess we should be attempting some sort of vague summary here. And I honestly think it's pretty well summed up by the title of this video. Just absolute mayhem, really. If you just want a casual, fun, hack and slash medieval game, then this really is the one to go for. And more than that, it feels like a really polished game at release, which is actually kind of surprisingly rare these days when you consider how many games are, you know, buggy as hell when they launch. It's actually nice to have one that seems to run smoothly, doesn't crash, and isn't promising features a year from now. And, you know, whether you play for 30 minutes or 3 hours, it remains a fun game, at least for me. So for me, it's certainly a big thumbs up. But anyway, that's all we've got time for on today's video. Do let me know what you think about this game in the comments down below. Have you been playing it? Have you been enjoying it? Have you thrown any chickens at anyone? That is definitely the ultimate thing to do. But yeah, do let me know in the comments down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel for a lot more medieval content. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.